everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Sarah, this is Nick, we have two little doggies and this is our tiny home on wheels and we are on a quest to travel the world by van.
Yes we are, but this last week has been very emotional. We've been laughing, we've been crying a lot actually. And if you've been following our channel you'll know the reason why.
Yes, but we'll talk a little bit about that later on in the video because right now we need to tell you guys our plans and we need to get this van ready to head north. Right, you can go up here, little one. Stay out of trouble. Dizzy's got like a thing about, you know, if people go past with a dog, he'll run out over to the dog barking. Sometimes if the dog's 10 times bigger than him, he'll still do this because he's a little bit crazy. So we'll keep him up there out of mischief. Oh, look at this. This is our new toilet roll holder. How exciting is that? Look at that.
Can't contain that is really exciting.
This is the most exciting thing ever. No, well it is actually quite cool because before we had like toilet roll and like a kitchen roll hanging here, but they get all unravelled, they really annoy you, they're not neat, and let's face it, we use them every day. So now we've got them in like 4 loo rolls. In fact, we could fit more, and that can just hang somewhere. For now, we're just going to keep it up there with Dizzee. Yes, so travel plans.
Yes, travel plans. We haven't really got any, which won't surprise you probably, but we're heading north.
We're heading north.
After the weekend, we are going north, finally.
Yeah, and what's exciting is because of COVID, which has just disrupted everything, our plans are so up in the air. We're basically just going to get in the van and drive north, but we don't know where we're going to end up. I mean, we know what we want to see at first, you know, we're going to northern Spain, and then, but then it's kind of like after that, isn't it? Because obviously we don't know if things are going to be locked down, if borders are going to close, so we could either just be having to stay in Spain or we could be going further afield. So it's actually very exciting.
Yeah, because all our other trips we've known pretty much roughly where we're going, whereas this trip we're going to north. We want to go to Galicia, that's like the main area, because further east there's obviously COVID's, there's outbreaks there, but we've always wanted to see northern Spain, so we're super excited about that.
Yeah.
And then after that
it's just the unknown, which makes the whole thing just really kind of interesting and exciting. It's good to not have a plan, and we don't know how long we're going to be away for. I mean, because we've kind of missed being away all summer, I guess now we just plan to just be away all winter instead.
The funny thing is, yeah, we've never done a winter trip. We've always gone
not proper winter,
not proper,
anyway. Not
yeah,
the
not
whole winter.
We've always gone away at the sort of spring, planned to be away for the sort of best weather months of the year, whereas this time we kind of missed that, so we're going away.
Opposite.
And we're heading north.
And we're heading north. So that's why in the last video we said it's really important, we need to make sure that heater's working. And we just realised that we don't have any winter clothes in the van. It's crazy. So we've got the old pillowcases out again, what we fill with our winter warmies. We've got hoodies in here. We've just packed up our scarves, our hats. Everything was summer, wasn't it? And it's hard to do because it's still so hot here. And you know, the summer sort of happens here until it doesn't get cold here until December.
Christmas, really. Yeah.
It doesn't really at all, but we know that as soon as we leave Andalusia, as soon as we sort of get halfway through Spain, the weather is completely different. It's just not warm outside of the summer months, is it? So come September up north, it could be quite cold.
Yeah, it's crazy. These little trips we've done away in Andalusia, we've literally just put, Sarah's been wearing bikini, me shorts, hardly any clothes at all, and then we're packing to go up north.
Yeah.
I mean, wearing huge, thick jogging bottoms and things like that.
So we've just changed our bikinis and our shorts and packed up the van with all of our warm stuff. I mean, because we might even end up we'll hopefully end up in the UK by the end of the year, and obviously a lot of you guys know how cold it is there in the winter. So that's where we're at. So we're filling up our things again. So there you go, that's all of our clothes in this. These are absolutely full now. And we've got like the underwear one as well in here. Watch out, Doody. Oh, sorry it is. And that's our underwear.
Piers, you're in the way.
You're in the way a bit, aren't you? Come on. So we've got our underwear bags there, and that's our socks, and then that's our, you know, everything else basically. And then, like I said before, yeah, our big hoodies are just going to go into one of these, and we're all packed. It's kind of like, you know, you go away in the winter and it's exciting, isn't it? Because you get all snuggly and warm in the van. And, you know, obviously we're really looking forward to going to the mountains and stuff. and doing some good hiking. It's been impossible to do hiking. I mean, Charlie's put on weight.
It's funny, most people like lose weight in the summer and put on weight in the winter, whereas Charlie, because it's so hot, he doesn't want to go out for a walk. He gets lazy. So,
he gets too hot, and obviously he's still having all the treats all the time. So he's got like a proper little tummy on him. So we really need to get to the mountains and get on some hikes, and it will soon lose it once we're on the road running about all the time when it's cold.
Because Charlie loved Norway, loves the cold. Dizzee, complete opposite.
Yeah, he likes chasing the geckos that down here in the summer brings.
By the way, guys, if you haven't got some of these like storage bags, get yourself some, because they're an absolute game changer. They're like those vacuum pack bags, you know, you can fit so much in them.
We've said it before and we'll say it again, they're brilliant, and we've got links in the description of the ones that we've got. They're fantastic.
He's never happy with how we arrange the mats. He always has to add his artistic personal touch. Oh, Charlie!
I don't like those mats.
See, because he likes to be in the dirt, and that looks like it hasn't been hoovered.
Oh no, he's made it into a little pillow.
Oh,
so cute.
Anyway,
we get carried away, don't we? So do we take this? Now, you don't know what this is. This is our ice bucket, and it holds perfectly one bag of ice, and that's how we keep ice in the van.
Which has been an absolute
brilliant in the
lifesaver.
summer when we've been away this summer, the little trips where we've done. It's been great. But do we need it? Do you have ice when you go up north? You might not fancy it when everything stays cold. But then we have got really addicted to iced coffees, and I think without the ice in the iced coffees, it's not really an iced coffee, is it? Not going to be the same with just cold. So maybe we should still take it, even though it's quite bulky, but it's light.
So the good thing in a small van, you haven't got much space, obviously, but we like to keep things really organised. So less like, so you put that in there, and then it's, instead of having loads of little things and it's all messy and cluttered.
I think we'll still use it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you still have like icy drinks in the winter, don't you? People eat ice cream all year, don't they? You don't stop eating ice cream.
And it's refreshing as well. Sometimes a hot coffee, you don't. I don't know. Yeah, iced coffee.
We'll still take it. We'll still take it. Yeah. So we're kind of all packed up. We're packed up and organised, ready to go. Did we tell you that we're going to go after the weekend?
No.
No? Hopefully we're going to leave on Monday, because this one last delivery we're waiting for, it's a pain, but it should be here either today or Monday. What's the matter? You want to come down? Come on then. Come. And Nick just mentioned to me off camera, what about the fans? Are we taking the fans? As in, not you guys, of course you're going to These! Do we take this? Are we going to need this?
We just got prepared everything for the summer. These last trips, like, oh my god, it's so hot. We need fans, we need the ice bucket, we need this and that, and then
all of a sudden it's like we're going to be cold.
Now in about a week's time after leaving on the trip, we're going to be up north, and
we're going to go really quick, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll be in the mountains before we know it. I mean, again, it's lightweight, isn't it? I suppose we could just take it just in case.
Yeah, yeah. If we take things like this,
I think September still has really nice days, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
We're still in Spain. So it's not actually been that bad that we haven't been able to travel over the last couple of months. July and August, for a start, are really busy everywhere, aren't they? And it's quite sort of hard for van life. Like you would have seen in our last vlog, we were kind of struggling a little bit where we can park up. Like beachfront car parks and things are just a no-go for vans in the peak season. So it's not too bad. We're travelling out of season again. We're going to still in season a bit now, isn't it? It's still in August, but as soon as September comes, it just becomes a lot quieter with tourists, and then a lot better for van life.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. I do believe that. And you know, we've been delayed. We haven't been away July and August, but if we hadn't have been delayed, we wouldn't have been able to help out 2 little stray doggies. Now this is probably the moment in the video that you've all been waiting for an update. So let's tell you what happened to Scooby and Scrappy.
Yes, Scooby and Scrappy. As we mentioned at the start of the video, it's been quite the emotional week. Now, in our last video, if you've seen that, we gave them a flea and tick medication to help them with all of those parasites. They just dropped off, and they're obviously a lot more happier. And then we kind of thought, well, you know, they're doing all right in the village. They're kind of getting fed a little bit, and maybe they will be okay. Maybe someone will take them in. And then we kind of ended the vlog there.
Yeah, that evening We went down the river to see them, where we know kind of where they go, and we walked down to see them, and they came running out when we were whistling. And then we just noticed how like quickly cars drive around the village.
Yeah, and a car came particularly fast down the hill, and they just sort of jumped back a bit quick, and we just said, you know, something terrible is going to happen. We can't leave them. You know, we need to help them further. We've started this now. We need to carry on. We need to get these boys a home no matter what.
Hit by a car, or one of them could get the parasites to get too much again, or they get injured, and then one's just sort of left looking after the other one, and then on their
we
own.
just decided in our minds, look, we can't do this. We need to take them in. We need to find a home no matter what. If we can't find a home, we need to take them with us, and that was it.
Yeah,
that was it. So
that was it, and then we just went on a mission basically.
Yeah.
Just been, our time's been taken up and consumed by these two adorable little
dogs
brothers.
All week. Well, especially for like 3 days solid, it was a case of, you know, trying to find them homes, researching into shelters. We were posting their stories onto Facebook groups, local Facebook groups in the area. I mean, initially we took them to the vets because we wanted to make sure they weren't owned by anyone. So we took them to the vets to just have a quick look over and to check they didn't have a microchip. And that was quite fun, wasn't it?
Well, that was fun because they're, you know, two little stray dogs. Well, Scooby has got rope marks. We think he may have been tied up in the campo somewhere, because sometimes they just get tied up with a rope, but they've never been on a lead before, so that was interesting.
Didn't seem like it.
So we've got the collars on, which is all right. The leads are on now. I think Scooby will be fine. We have put it on him before. Scrappy's not budging.
Yeah, it's like a puppy, isn't it? When you first get a puppy, you have to try and train it. Well, that's what these two are like. We're not sure if they've ever kind of lived a normal doggy life, just always been sort of wild. So Scoops, go on, Scrappy. So we got some hot dogs to help them on their way with lead training. I think it's kind of working.
Kind of working, slowly but surely. Come on, boys.
We managed to get them to the vets all right, and they had a good look over them, confirmed that there was no microchip. And it's crazy, these two little doggies, everyone they meet, they fall in love with them. Our vet absolutely loved them both.
Our vet had a dog similar to Scooby before, and we said, oh, can you not take him? And she started getting emotional a little bit. You know, she lost him and not in a position to take Scooby, but...
Yeah. So after that, we'd had the quick check over, and then it was kind of like our mission now, isn't it? It's our mission to find them a home. We couldn't take him in the house with us because Dizzee gets a little bit grumpy and a bit territorial. Territorial, yeah. And then obviously we have to be a bit careful. We don't know if Scooby and Scrappy could have had like some sort of, you know, infection or disease.
Could be passed on to our
you know,
boys.
so we had to we made them a little base on our terrace. It was so cute.
At first, Scrappy, because he was the more nervous one out of the two, so at first he didn't want to come onto the front terrace, so he was like hiding under the neighbour's car. But then he got his trust and he sort of came in and made a lovely little base, didn't we?
Yeah, so that was it. So then we had 4 doggies, and then it was just a case of just researching. We got connected with a couple of people, one particular lady here in the village who just helped us out so much in trying to find a home.
Really, really nice people.
Really, really lovely people, like sort of advising us and just going on to the social media platforms with us and talking to people. And we had a couple of close, maybe we can take them and all this kind of business, but it was kind of a full-on task.
The whole time we looked around all the shelters. We really didn't want to take them to a shelter, and there's like 3 in the area or 4 in the area. We found one that's really good. We've got a really successful rehoming rate.
And then on Tuesday, Scooby got a home. Right, so we're just taking the boys now to go and see a couple who may have them. Now, unfortunately, they're probably not going to be able to take both, and they're interested in Scooby, and then we'll just have to find Scrappy another home. So fingers crossed, let's see how it goes. His name is actually Patch now. But yeah, the lady who was helping us find homes in the village, one of her friends had been looking for a dog for a while, and she just basically fell in love with him as soon as she seen him. He was perfect for them, and it is sad that they couldn't have been rehomed together. So sad, but at the end of the day, we didn't really have a choice. It would be very hard for somebody to give 2 dogs, 2 stray dogs, kind of wild before a home.
Because literally, we We put our videos out, obviously, and loads of nice comments. Thanks for all the nice comments.
Yeah, we really appreciate
it. Some people have been really helpful in trying to help them find a home.
Yeah.
But after that, and then on putting it out on Facebook's groups and the posts getting shared like hundreds of times, after all this, there was still hardly any people who could really actually.
It's very difficult, isn't it? It's very difficult because so many doggies need a home. So we were actually quite worried. So, you know, we had to take every opportunity we can, and it's just worked out so good that Scooby's got a really nice home. It's a retired couple, so they've got all the time in the world for him, and he cuddles up, and it's lovely. We've already had photos.
Yeah, it was really, really sad, you know, when they came, Scooby was sort of in Sarah's arms and he was around us, and then eventually we had to sort of take him and put him in their nice big aircon car, which he's probably not used to. But
obviously he doesn't know them. So it was all we were very teary-eyed, and it was just sad, wasn't it? Because we felt like even though we know it's the right decision, and he's gonna be happy, but at that moment he was obviously very confused what was happening. It was just heartbreaking, really. But obviously the next day. That evening they got home and they messaged us and showed us a picture and said, you know, he's all right, he's settling in okay.
He was a bit sick in the car and had a little accident, which is only to be expected.
Probably never been in a vehicle before.
We've had some pictures.
And then yeah. So
but then we were left with little Scrappy, and Scrappy didn't come out from underneath the van.
Bless his little heart, he's too scared to leave from under the van now. So I think he's going to follow us if we walk around the corner and he can't go back. So we picked him up, we carried him most of the way back. His heart, we're taking him back. Doesn't seem too phased about his brother, but I'm going to keep him until we can get him somewhere. It's quite heavy actually. Do you want to take over? We made him a nice little base. He upgraded from the front terrace downstairs that can be a bit noisy with people walking past to our side terrace. We made him a nice home there. And he seemed very relaxed because it's nice and peaceful and quiet, and he's such a gorgeous little boy.
And after Scooby went, he got more loving in a way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get emotional. It's better.
But Nick's almost on the crying thing again. They're safe, they're happy now. And anyway, so we had Scrappy with us for another day and a half, and obviously we had one offer coming in and then a lady cancelled right at the last minute, and we were kind of gone from that to that again, and we were worried, and we said, look, maybe we could just take him with us, I don't know. And then right yesterday afternoon, wasn't it? Basically
just before we were thinking, okay, we're going to have to take him to this Adana, this dog rescue place.
It was either that or take him with us in the van, and we were just like this. We didn't know. It was like, should we toss a coin? You know, because we really need to go soon. Time's running out. And then yeah. And then this organisation, this charity, that we had a group chat, and there was like 4 people all searching for homes through late in the evening, in the morning, and then they messaged in the morning just when we were about to phone the dog shelter, and they said they found a home. So then yesterday we drove him down. We had to drive about half an hour drive, 40 minutes with him in the van, and we were worried about how he was going to be in the van because he's probably never been in a car before. He was very scared at first, and then he just sat here in the back with me. He was laid down, he was really calm, and I just thought, this dog is absolutely amazing. He's doing all right, guys. Probably the first time ever in a vehicle. But he's doing okay. It's just lovely, and the vet did actually tell us they're about 1.5 years. Scrappy, she thought about 1.5 years. Scooby, maybe 2 years. So, you know, they're young dogs, but they're just brilliant. I mean, this is probably the best way you could train a puppy, isn't it? You just let it go on the streets for 1 year, they get it back, and it's a perfect dog.
Our dogs, we're like, gosh, our dogs are so spoiled. So spoiled
and naughty compared to these two. And yeah, so he's now actually in Gibraltar. He's got a family in Gibraltar, and they've sent us pictures and updates already. They've got another dog. He was getting on with their dog, and but we had to take him to the vets first and leave him at the vets and say goodbye. Sad.
Little face.
He was going to the vets to get all of his injections, to get his chip, to get his passport, and to have a blood test to make sure there was nothing wrong. Had everything all done in one go, which obviously was a lot, but at the end of the day it's best to get everything out the way. So we left him at the vets as he was getting put to sleep.
You're getting sleepy.
He's just had his jab to put him to sleep, and then they're going to take it from there and then have everything else.
I think Sarah's getting a bit upset, that's why she's wearing the funny glasses. It's been emotional, eh?
Crazy couple of days, but happy ending in the end. By the time he wakes up, he's going to be in a new home. And all of his jabs and his passport and everything.
Look at that beautiful face.
And then we had to say goodbye then.
Hopefully we'll see you again.
Sweet dreams, baby boy. Sweet dreams. Because the new family were going to pick him up from the vets and then take him into Gibraltar to their new home. So obviously we were worried about him because everything was going to be so crazy when he woke up, but he was going to wake up a new boy, literally, and with a new family. But
I mean, we're with mixed emotions because we're sad that, you know, we won't see him, selfishly sad that we won't see him, like,
well, we will in
wandering
videos
around
and photos, and I think we can go and see them where they are in the future to see how they're getting on. But we're also sad because they couldn't stay together. But sometimes you have to make sacrifices in life for the greater good, don't you, kind of thing. And we know that a little bit of time and they'll soon get used to them. They're going to be so loved, so cared for, and have a much better life in their new homes.
It's better to be separate and safe with a new family
than on the streets together, and you know, any day you could get run over or pick something up that's going to potentially kill you. So yeah. So it's a happy ending,
So it's
guys.
a happy ending. We did it. We managed to find them
and
homes.
we're just so happy, and it was just quite stressful. It was quite sad.
Very
like
stressful.
Nick, it just consumed all of our energy. It was up and down, and then in the end, it makes it all worth it, doesn't it? We're just so happy that they've got these lovely homes now, and help those families get brilliant dogs because they're so good. They really are. But anyway. I suppose we'll probably go off and have another cry now, won't we?
Start crying if I start just thinking about their little waggy tails and faces.
The thing is, we both got quite attached. I mean, you were so attached to Scooby, weren't you? You were so attached. You know, holding him in our arms on our terrace at home and doing things for them. We've still got the smell of them a bit. We haven't washed down the top terrace, and we can still smell them a little bit of the wee smell kind of thing. But it just
cute doggy
smell. I'm sitting in the streets a bit.
And after Scooby left, when Scrappy was just Scrappy, he got more.
Yeah, and then we just fell for Scrappy so much when we had him the last day and a half. We were so close to keeping him, right until when we were taking him to the vets yesterday.
Anyway,
it's not realistic, is it, to have any more doggies at the moment? But they're just so beautiful. But anyway, this vlog, we're going on and on again. Sorry, guys. But listen, the next vlog.
There's going to be no dogs. Well, there will be dogs.
There's always going to be dogs.
And there'll be travel. There'll be adventure.
Travel, adventure, back on track, and yeah. So thank you all so much for listening to us.
And thank you for all the messages. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for all the messages. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for just being there. Sorry I haven't got back to you on all the messages. We've just been so, like we said, busy with the doggies this week. So we're still going through all of the lovely messages you've sent. But yeah. So anyways, the next video.
Yeah. Anyways, it's just hard to think about anything else. We took Scrappy yesterday, and then that's it. It's like, right, go. Back to travelling, I suppose now. Back to the exPAWers. Yeah. So yeah, the next video will be on the road, heading for adventure.
We can't wait. We're so excited. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you all really, really soon.
Take care now. Barely gonna get ya.
Barely gonna get ya. Hey, Chubster.
Barely gonna get
Oh gosh, don't up in the same lockdown and stuff. We've all put on a few pounds, haven't we?